Hey guys, so I wanted to do another full face of drugstore makeup. And most of this I had in my collection. I just had to pick up a couple of things, so I didn't have to add much to my collection, and that made me happy. And so I decided to go ahead and to do this one. So this was a brand that I absolutely loved growing up. It was one that I bought from multiple times. Absolutely loved this brand. It was my go-to everyday makeup. This was what I wanted. This is what I wore. The Fit Me foundation I wore for ever and a day. I loved it, absolutely loved it. So I'm very excited to do a full face of Maybelline and just try out some of these things for you and let you see how they work and tell you my thoughts today after I have learned a few different things about makeup than I did when I was a teenager. So let's just get started. And this I used in a video not long ago, so you guys kind of know about it already, but this is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This is a very good dupe for the Benefit Professional. Doesn't have the same color. It is a clear, but it still does the same job, and that's the dupe property of it. Now this has actually been a staple in my collection for quite some time. I used this a year to 2 years ago because I needed a good foundation, and I didn't need to pay a high price tag for it. So when I found this, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. So this is the Maybelline Superstay. This has been in my collection. So this is a brand new product. So it's the Maybelline Superstay 24 Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I wear the shade Light Beige, which is 118. It does have a pump, which is really nice. And I'm back to a sponge today. So, you know the drill. Okay, there's 2 pumps. That's what I used for my whole face. The color is a little bit of the yellow undertone that I always have because of my, you know, golden undertone. And I think it looks pretty good. So, I really like it. This next product is such a staple, you'll see how much I've actually used. This is the Instant Age Rewind concealer. And I also have the Instant Age Rewind Concealer Brightener. So I used these two together because this one's just about the same shade as my foundation. So I just put them together. And the brightener, of course, brightens. And then this conceals, makes it my skin tone. So I love that it has a little sponge tip. I think what I'll do is I'll blend this out so you guys can see what this looks like by itself, and then if I need to add to it, we'll do that too. So here you can see I just blended out the brightener shade, and just to give me just a tiny bit of coverage right through here, you know, the place I complain about all the time, I'm just gonna maybe dot just a tiny bit. So I didn't really roll it up. I'm just kind of using what's there on this concealer sponge that's on here. And that way I can keep the brightness. By the way, that last concealer that I used, my husband's outside mowing. I think he's just doing it to annoy me, but he keeps coming to the window every time I try to talk. So it's like he knows. But this last shade that I used just to kind of conceal those dark circles is the shade Light. And I just use that on top of the brightener shade just to give extra coverage. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade Fair. And this has also been in my collection for a little bit. It's dusty and dirty. So I'm gonna use it. I love this powder. It's a great setting powder. So I just put some out in the cap. I'm gonna go with my sponge to do my eyes. So I did my sponge around my eyes, but I'm gonna take my brush, and what I've been liking to do is I'll dip my brush in and then I'll kind of press the powder into my skin. So my powder's done. Love this powder, love the concealer, love the foundation. Those have been staples in my makeup collection for a long time. I can't even tell you when I bought them. That's how long they've been in it. This is something kind of newer that I have not used before. This is the Maybelline City Bronzer. It's in the shade 200. Here's what it looks like. I did swatch it just to kind of see if it was going to be too dark for me, but I don't think it will be. I'll swatch it for you guys. I had a couple other things there, so ignore those. But that's gonna be the swatch. A little dusty, a little kick up in there. So I had a blush in my cart ready to purchase from Maybelline, and I was like, you just bought 8 blushes from e.l.f. You don't need another blush. So I know that Maybelline makes great color products. I've heard wonderful things about blush in the past, so I just decided I'm gonna use my e.l.f. palette. So I'm gonna take the White Peach and the Cantaloupe, and I'm just gonna mix these two blushes, and we're going to use that for our blush today. So I know this isn't Maybelline, however, I don't need another blush in my collection. So again, that was the e.l.f. Face Duos, and I mixed the shade White Peach and Cantaloupe. A really pretty peachy blush. So I also got this, the Tattoo Studio brow pomade in Auburn. This is what the color looks like. It actually looks like a soft brown, if you ask me. But it comes with its own little applicator. So we're gonna use that. So I'm just gonna use the pomade today. Nothing extra. I didn't need another brow pencil. I tried to do a minimalistic full face, so I hope you guys can appreciate that. Knowing my makeup collection. Hair will, so a-okay. I also got one of these. People rave about these, so I wanted to try it. It's the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter. It doesn't have a shade on it. There's just a number on the back that says 250. Making sure I don't see a shade. So, see, it's swatched there. Just gonna swirl my brush around. Was a bit dusty, but I think it's really pretty. It's very icy, but it also has like a very golden undertone to it, so it's very pretty. I like it. And I did not need another face palette. Just like I did with the Revlon video, I'm gonna take the bronzer and just put that in my crease. Again, I hope you guys can just appreciate the fact that I have a lot of makeup and I don't need to add more color to it. I really didn't need to add this stuff to it, but I went ahead and did anyway, just so I could test out a few things from the drugstore. So I hope you guys understand and appreciate the fact that I'm trying not to be too wasteful. I mean, I know that's laughable of me to say, but I'm trying. I'm also going to take that color underneath my eye. Now I'm also going to take this brow pomade, which is maybe a little bit weird. But I'm going to take that and I'm going to line underneath this lash line here. And then I'm just going to kind of buff it just a bit with some bronzer. And then I'm going to take this highlighter. I could just leave it just like it is. But just to be fun, I'm going to take some highlighter. I'm going to take it on a flat brush and I'm just going to put it here on the lid. Just kind of carving out the lid a little bit. So you could do something nice and gentle. Or if you wanted to make the highlighter stand out just a bit more, you could always wet your brush. See how it makes it pop just a bit more. So for mascara, I'm going to do the Maybelline I always mess this up. Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's in the shade, I think just black. so I got my lashes done, and then I also got this Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. This is the liquid lipstick, basically. It's in the shade Poet, so it kind of matches my shirt a little bit. It smells really good. Here's my full face of Maybelline. I know it's not extravagant or anything like that, but I wanted to show you guys that you could take one thing and make it work for a few different things. So, like I took the brow pomade and used it on my lower lash line, and then I took the bronzer and used it on my crease, which you've seen me do that before, and then I took the highlighter and used it for, you know, like a lid shade. So, you know, there's different things you can do, and like if you're trying to shop on a budget, you know, of course you're gonna go probably to the drugstore, and there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I think we should all shop on budgets. And you know, when you're looking for things, you can skimp different things. You don't have to have one of everything. Like, you don't have to buy, you know, this, like everything that I always use. Like, you have to have, you know, the primer, the foundation, the setting powder. You know, you don't have to have everything. Like, you can do what you need, what fits your budget, you know. So that's what I wanted to kind of convey to you, is that it's doable on any budget, and that you can still look great on any budget. So I'm not saying I look great, I'm saying you can use your products and look great on any budget. So I don't know if you guys can really see my skin, but it looks so smooth and so flawless. It really does, and I think it's a combination of everything, but it just really looks great, and I love it. I love the Super Stay foundation. It's awesome. I love the Age Rewind concealer, which this is the brightener, so it looks a little bit pink, but it does brighten. You know, I love everything. There's really nothing that I don't like. The only thing that I will complain about, the only thing, is this matte ink. There was a reason that I hadn't bought any of these, and I did purchase this just for this video. And there's a reason that I hadn't purchased one in a long time. My lips have never felt stickier. It may not show up on camera, but you know, it's supposed to, I guess, dry down, and I don't feel like it's dried down enough, and maybe I just need to give it more time. But most of the time, my matte liquid lips will dry down by now. So I don't like that feeling. It smells really good. It smells really, I don't know, I'm smelling the packaging. The liquid lip itself smells really good. However, just the stickiness on the lips, I'm not crazy about. So that's my only complaint. Like, I'm not telling you have to have this. There are other things out there. The bronzer was really nice. I think it looks really good. I think it gives a good, you know, like, you can use it for contour and bronzing. I really like the brows. I think they turn out really good. It reminds me why I need to use brow pomade more. The lashes, I love this mascara. This is one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. My only complaint, and this is a stupid one, this is not anything about the formulation or anything, it's just this wand. It is so hard to hold for me. And again, it could just be me, but I hate the shape of it. I don't like it because I've dropped it before, and I just don't like that. So that's just a personal preference thing, and that's the only thing that I'll complain about. The setting powder is amazing. If you're looking for a good setting powder, this. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I love everything that I tried, and I think it just looks really good. And this is a good everyday work look. You know, you can do this really simple and easy. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps in some way. I'm sorry I didn't try out any blush or eyeliner or eyeshadow, but I have so much of that. And I really didn't need what I purchased, but I did it anyway. So I try to do a full face on a budget. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have questions or anything, let me know. I would absolutely be so happy if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, if I can talk and not get too tongue-tied. But I would be so thankful if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to just, you know, build that up a little bit. And if you would, if you like this video, if it's something that you want to see more of, if you would just hit the like button and let me know that you do. That way that I can make more, so that you get more videos like this. So just a little something I'm throwing in there, a little bit newer. So thank you so much. I appreciate you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.